Hey guys, it is Friday night here in the Philippines, and it is time for us to do our weekend showcase video. And this weekend we're paying tribute to Independence Day in America. So we are doing a showcase on all premium red, white, and blue cars. I never realized how many red, white, and blue cars I had, but I brought out I think like almost 30 of them for you guys, between 25 and 30. So I had no idea that I really had this many cars that were red, white, and blue. I thought I was going to struggle to get 20 together, but I didn't. I actually left a couple out, to be honest with you. So last year I did this same kind of theme for Memorial Day weekend, but I believe I only had like maybe 12 cars or something like that, so it wasn't as extensive as what this one's going to be. We're not going to spend a ton of time on each car because a lot of these you guys have seen already, but a lot of them you haven't seen for quite a while. So the ones that I had laid out here in front of us are some of my favorites. Probably I'm going to say maybe could possibly be my top 5 favorites of the group. We have the Sox and Martin Duster, Pro Stock Duster from the Vintage Racing Series from back in 2012, which is a really cool piece, really nicely detailed piece. This is the first appearance for this casting. They also did the Mopar Missile, which I do have that one too, and it is another sweet nostalgic drag car. So absolutely love this car. They did a fantastic job on it. Not the most accurate, but pretty close for 1/64th. I mean, you can't get much better. Like the stance, the wheels and tires and such look really good. The scoop is a little bit small, a little off, but still not bad. It's was really nicely executed by Hot Wheels. Love this casting. Wish they would redo it, release it again with some other like nostalgic names on it, like Butch Lil, something like this. I don't know. I just wish that they would do some type of sorry guys, I had to check a message from my wife. So anyways, yeah, I wish they would do some other nostalgic drag cars. Really love the drag racing stuff. So next on the agenda is from another drag racing series that they had. This is from Drag Strip Demons. There's actually 2 variants of this car. There's another variant with the bigger 5 spokes on it. I'm looking to see if I have a car out here with the 5 spokes that I'm talking about. They're actually my favorite 5-spoke that Hot Wheels makes. They're the ones that come on the Power Trip Series Mopar 68 Hemi-Cuda. Those 5 spokes that it has, there's a variant of this car with those 5 spokes on it. Pretty hard to find. It's the rarest one of the 2. This is the more common with the 5 slots. Although this one kind of looks more accurate. The 5 spokes a little bit too deep in the front and a little bit too big in diameter. But they should have done something like the, well, Pro Stock Duster. Those wheels and tires would look killer on this Hemi Pro Stock, or Super Stock, I should say, 68 Hemi Barracuda. So really cool piece. And once again, another iconic set, for me anyways, the Drag Strip Demons back in, I don't remember if this is the 30 car set from 09 or the 25 car set from 10. And actually I don't remember which one came first, the 25 or 30 car set. But anyways, they were awesome sets, and then followed in I think 11 by the Vintage Racing, then followed in 12 with the other racing series stuff, which they did some really killer stuff back in the early 2000 teens. I don't even know how to say that. So yeah, between 2009 to 2013 there were some great racing sets. Haven't seen anything like it. Glad to see the Boulevard set back. Speaking of the Boulevard set, this is the original Boulevard set. This is when the Hudson Hornet was first debuted. It came in the single pack in like a blue ice color with a white top in stock trim. Then you had the Boulevard box set that I think was a Walmart exclusive, and they had special paint schemes, and this was one of them. This is the most iconic out of all of them. They had the Amphibian, the Porsche 914, this, and I can't remember the other ones. I think Fangula was one also in the special paint jobs, but this is killer looking. Junamiya designed this. As you can see, his name on the roof. Number 52 to indicate the year, 52 Hudson Hornet. Just a great looking car. The red steel rims, blue paint, but it's like a off blue, like a flat blue, I should say, satin finish. Satin, like, well, semi-gloss white top. Satin blue body. Looks fantastic. Love this casting. Love this variant of the casting. I had the original one, but I ended up trading it, or selling it and buying something else. But this is one I will not part with. Love that car. Took me a while to finally find it outside of having to buy the whole box set. Next one is another one that I struggled for years to find. I never found this when I was collecting the first time around. When I had a lot of the vintage racing stuff, I could never find this. This is one of the most sought after ones and one of the most valuable ones back in, say, 2013, 2014. Nowadays, it's still pretty valuable. It's still pretty hard to find, but the others, like the Chevelle, the Roadrunner, have exceeded this in value, so they kind of surpassed it a couple years ago and now are a couple of the most valuable rare ones. I have most of the rare and valuable ones from the vintage racing series except for the Brie Datsun, and it's hard to believe that the Brie Datsun used to be a peg warmer, at least in Cleveland and in West Virginia when the series was originally released. The Datsun did not do so well. But these guys, on the other hand, did. And they are still worth a good buck, but nothing like the Brie. The Brie is worth like $300 nowadays. It's crazy. So, great looking car of Mark Donohue for Penske Racing. Their 69 or 70 AMC Javelin. Beautiful car. Next is another car from the Vintage Racing series, and this is one of the mishaps that they had with the paint. As you can see, this side is great, but you flip him around, this side stuck to the cardboard, but this could have been a lot worse. I've seen some that were horrendous, where the whole front fender's gone, half the door, the Landy name. Mine only got a little bit of the red on the quarter panel and door. It didn't really hurt any of the main tampos except for the Dodge. It peeled a little bit of the Dodge name off. And unfortunately, I didn't have really accurate red paint to match it. This is like, I think, Tamiya red, gloss red. I just threw some on there to cover the white. It looks better than having no tampo down to the white paint. It almost looks like they had a mishap and then kind of rubbed the center wall or something when they launched a car at the Christmas tree at the strip or something. It looks like he got a little squirrely and rubbed this wall with the quarter panel. So that's what I tell everyone. Kind of makes a cool story. So, Dick Landy 70 Pro Stock Challenger. This is another kick-ass casting that I wish they would do more of. Still looking for the Continental Shaker of this car here in the Philippines, but trying to find one that's loose, that does not have much paint damage. That's the struggle I have with these Pro Stock Challengers and the Pro Stock Hemi Darts. Trying to find them loose and then trying to find them loose with minimal paint damage is a struggle, man. So those I'm having a problem finding without paint issues. I found them, but just the paint issues were too extreme. So next, since we're on the drag racing theme, let's go with a couple more drag strip demons in the red, white, and blue. Here is Snake 2 for Don Perdone. White, blue side, red flames. Definitely looks like America with the Hot Wheels on the side. Pretty cool piece. Wish I had Mongoose too, which I don't, but I have Mongoose English leather duster. And here he is. And this also has a really cool American looking paint job. Metallic blue with red, white, and blue stripes with stars on the tips of the stripes, like almost like fireworks going off is what it reminds me of. So really cool looking piece. Love these drag strip demons. Probably drag strip demons and vintage racing will go down as my all-time favorite series. So, next, another drag strip demon, and this screams America, Independence Day, everything. USA 1, Bruce Larson's Corvette USA 1. Really cool, and really cool that they have the power plant back there. That's pretty cool in the back window. And then USA 1 with a couple eagles on the nose. Your red, white, and blue. The white is like a pearl white. Looks killer. And then overall stance and the wheel and tire combo of this car looks great. This was a retooled casting. This is not the original one from the late 70s when they had the Corvette funny car. This is a new tooling, as you can see, 2008, I think it says. So this is from Series 1 of the Drag Strip Demons. They also had the Snake, not the Snake, but the Tom McEwen Mongoose English leather Corvette too. So they have the yellow one and the black and gray one. So really cool pieces, really cool casting since they retooled it for the Drag Strip Demon series to make it look more accurate. It looks really great. Wish they would have done that with the Challenger funny car and the 71 Mustang funny car, but unfortunately they didn't do that, and those cars look really toyish in a set that looks really realistic for the adult collector, but they didn't retool those two, so they kind of look a little bit too toyish for that series. If you know the castings, then, and if you know the series, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Still cool castings, but they were designed as a kid's toy. These castings that we see in this set were retooled and released more focused on the adult collector. So, one more for USA 1, Bruce Larson, is his Camaro. But this is from Johnny Lightning, Funny Car Legends. I was not fortunate enough to find the Camaro funny car from Hot Wheels Drag Strip Demons once again. Had it before, first time around with collecting, but could not locate it again the second time around. So maybe when I get back to the States, I'll find it. Really trying to find the Dick Carroll one. That's the one that I'm really after, the Fred Gibb Dick Carroll. It's really cool piece and really one of my heroes for Chevy performance, Dick Carroll. So would love to get that one again. But right now, this will have to fit the bill for Bruce Larson's Camaro. And one of my buddies here in the Philippines gave me this for my birthday because he knew I was really into the drag racing stuff. So really happy to get that one. Looks good with the vet. So now moving along, we have some more hot rod drag racing stuff. Actually, we have this one here, which is a Hot Wheel racing theme. This is from the Hot Wheels 100%. Your 37 Chevy Pro Mod Coupe. They have a few variants of this car, which looks really cool. And they really are nice because they have this lift-off front doghouse with a fully detailed blown and injected big block Chevy. Looks really, really killer. Nice detail. Nice slicks, nice tube chassis. I have the MSD Performance one too, and the MSD one has a narrower slick on the back. It doesn't look as accurate as this one, but from the side view, it doesn't look too bad. But it still doesn't look as good as this one. This one just looks great with the Hot Wheel racing theme and everything. Love it. So great looking piece. But their 100% black box stuff is always great with details and such. So, last drag racing piece for the lineup is the third release of Drag Strip Demons, the most recent one from 2018, 2019, with the 5 gassers. Here is your Psychedelic Cyclone. No, American Cyclone, like American Psycho. Okay, Psychedelic Cyclone was the purple one, I think. So anyways, this looks great in the red, white, and blue with the stars on the quarter. So, very cool casting. Another one that I tried to get all of them. I think I have mostly all of them with the rubber tires of this car, except for the Peppermint Twist, the convention release from a couple years back, but all the retail releases I have. Very cool car, very cool paint job for this weekend's Independence Day theme. So, moving along, let's do a hot rod. So, the hot rod I have here is one of the very few plastic tire cars I have, and the only ID car I have. And this one has very minimal white on it, and the blue is just really cool looking, like this ice metallic blue. Love the paint job on this car. Love that demon, like Satan head with the piston and rod crossbones and speed demons on the front fender. The Dodge on the door, it just looks great. The ID on the quarter panel, and then your ID lettering, white lettered tires with speed demons and the red line. Looks really good. Actually, the wheels look great. I just wish I had chrome bumpers and chrome engine. That would have been much better, but hey, still not a bad looking car, and it fits in with today's theme. And then, well, let's continue with the Mopar theme. So, we cleared out Mr. Norm's here. We got a couple of red, white, and blue Dodge trucks. So here is your Dodge van, direct connection, like parts truck. It would have been better if it didn't have this bay window on the side, but still not bad. Looks really cool. Has the Pentastar, the old nostalgic 70s direct connection logo, and then your like AMC looking red, white, and blue paint job. Really cool. Really dig this van. Happy to have it. So it looks like a Mopar parts delivery van that should be at Mr. Norm's. So then I have, this is a Ram Charger or Trail Duster. Let's see here what this is. Okay, Ram Charger. So this is a very cool one. This is one of the first ones with the lifted suspension. As you can see, the extensions on the base for the differentials, the bigger tires, the whole style off-road wheels. It has the removable roof. No cage though. That was kind of disappointing, but still very cool piece. And the red, white, and blue theme. South Point 4x4s, I guess. Your brush guard with your fog lights. Nice one from Greenlight. So is the van. That's also from Greenlight. Forgot to point that out. So moving along to a couple more, and this screams America. Red, white, and blue Richard Petty, one of his last rides from the 80s. I think he retired in 92, but a red, white, and blue Pontiac Grand Prix from Winter Circle Racing Authentics. So really cool piece. Another plastic tire car, but this one also has nicely detailed wheels and tires. They're kind of like co-molded, composite molded, two-piece, silver, like NASCAR style wheel with white lettered, Blackwall, Goodyear, Eagle racing slicks. So nicely done. Happy to have this one too. And then, well, let's go to a couple of more NASCARs. So next is Buddy Baker's mid-80s Thunderbird, or late 80s Thunderbird, Valvoline sponsor, red, white, and blue. So this is the Patriotic Oil Company, I guess you could say. A very cool piece from Johnny Lightning Stock Car Legends. Nice little casting. Even the base they did look like a NASCAR, side exit exhaust and such, and it does have opening hood, and it's kind of like a Hot Wheels though, where the engine is part of the body casting, but still a very cool, very nice piece. They had a lot of killer looking cars in that series. I'm still trying to get the G bodies from that series, but don't know if I'll be able to find them or not for a reasonable price. Those things of G bodies have went through the roof, especially in America. Here they're not too bad. So the All-American Car Company. is AMC, which later on became an adopted Mopar in the 80s when Mopar bought out AMC and Jeep. So we're going to go with our red, white, and blue AMC, well, now Mopars. So here is one we just seen a couple weeks ago when we unboxed the 50th anniversary favorites. So pretty much this car, just in a different paint job with black walls instead of white letters. So, like this casting a lot. Would have liked it if they would have just redid Mark Donahue's car again. But still not bad. I don't know why, but this paint job on this car, because of that blue stripe on the side and the 50th anniversary insignia on the door, it almost reminds me of like a guitar tampo on the side of this car. I don't know. That's kind of what it looked like to me. Like an 80s hairband, like electric guitar or something. So yeah, don't know why, but it just always looked like that to me. Then, one we have from a TRU Johnny Lightning box set. This is a really cool piece. I bought this box set intentionally to get the white GN in the box set. And unfortunately, the GN had some rubber band damage, but the Javelin did not. And I also got a great dart out of that set too. I think it was the green one that's usually parked over here, the 69. It's in like the olive green metallic. Pretty cool piece. This is also a great car. Their poster vehicle from the late 60s. Has the correct magnums, the red line tires. Great piece, and this one is one that I would say is kind of true to scale from Johnny Lightning, and they don't do too many that are exact scale, but this one I would say is pretty close. Then we have another AMC. This is your Rebel Machine from Hot Wheels, another original first release from the original Boulevard series from back in 2012. So really cool car, great piece to have. And really fits today's theme. AMC, American Motor Company, and red, white, and blue. Really cool. So, moving along to another American piece. This is the Bicentennial Celebration truck that the Chevy released in 1976 to celebrate 1776 to 1976, their bicentennial pickup truck. So here you have it, the red, white, and blue 1976 Chevy. And even here it says bicentennial on the plate, which is really cool. So love Autoworld, has opening tailgate and opening hood with detailed small block. So really, really cool piece. Really happy to have this. And once again, a perfect one for today's theme. America's 200th birthday anniversary truck. So the next ones are red, white, and blue, but they're not American cars. They are JDM with one exception of being a German, and we'll do the German one first. This is your LBWK Liberty Walk M4 from Mini GT. Great looking car. Love the stance of this car. Love the look of this car. As I've said before, it reminds me of a modern muscle car from America. The stance, the wide body, this thing just looks kick-ass. It looks like a muscle car. It doesn't look like a Euro exotic at all. Just looks very muscular. Love the way it looks. So, anyways, this is the only Euro car we have in today's lineup. But a really nice one, a really cool paint job that fits today's theme. And then the rest are JDM. So we're going to do these quickly. The first three are your Brie Dotsons from Greenlight. So here is the trio. Your number 46, which is the most popular, that's John Morton's. Then number 85, which is Bobby Allison's car. Number 35 was their guest car that people would drive like when temporarily hired to race in some kind of the 2.5 Trans Am races. And anyways, that was the first one that Bobby Allison raced, and then they gave him his own like car with his own name on it. The number 35, I don't think ever had a name on it. Then they also did that with the number 68. The number 68 I have, but I didn't bring out today because it's not, I don't know, as appealing in the red, white, and blue as these guys. These guys look really patriotic. Mostly the number 35 and 85. Although Morton's does fit the bill too, but the number 35 and 85 just seem more patriotic to me. I don't know why, but they just seem that way to me. So, then the next one is another Datsun 510, but it's from Hot Wheels. This is their 510 wagon. Once again, came from the set with the Javelin that we just looked at the other week, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on these guys, but once again, nice one to have. And if you didn't know, and if you didn't see my first video, this is the first time that they use the front end tampo with the headlights and grille and tail lights and such. So really nicely detailed wagon. Love this one. So then the next are 3 LBWK, Liberty Walk, LB Works, whatever you like to call them. They're R35 GTRs. And the first one is in correspondence to these little guys here. And let me move a couple of these guys over to the side so we can kind of put this here. The number 46 Nissan from, this is Infinite Motorsports in Thailand. And as you can see, the wrap icon, which they also own, did this wrap to pay homage to, I think, Brie, but I don't think they had any licensing, so they just put Nissan instead. But really cool. They did the Simon's sponsor on the side, or maybe they didn't want to use Brock Racing Enterprises, so they put Nissan instead. Don't know the whole story behind that, but really, really cool paint job to pay tribute. But it doesn't really look like the typical 46. It looks more like, well, the 35, as we can see here. So it's kind of like a crossover. I'm not sure if Morton drove the Brie 510 with a blue top and white center. Well, mainly just a blue top with the red bottom. So, yeah, I don't know if they reversed the paint job on the number 46 or not. But they did it on this GTR, which looks pretty cool. Next is one in a similar theme, and this one was released first from Mini GT. This was a Malaysian exclusive, the number 10. And once again, Nissan, same thing, except the blue is a little bit lighter. Not sure who did this wrap. I don't think it was the wrap icon in Thailand, but I'm not sure. Could have been. But anyways, this is, once again, Malaysian exclusive. Pretty cool piece. And the last but not least is some of you guys' favorite, and I do love the paint job. I want to get the Lamborghini with this paint job, but I'm hoping that eventually Mini GT will release it, the Martini paint job on a Lamborghini Aventador. I think CM model or Time model, one of those guys, make it, and I would like to get it, but it's a little bit too expensive for me. It's like 40 bucks. I don't want to pay that much. I don't mind like 20, maybe 25 bucks, but getting upwards of 40 bucks for a company that's not so, I don't know, mainstream, not so well known, I'm not going to pay that right now. It killed me to pay that much for my Eno 64 resin ER34 Super Silhouette tribute car. I paid 50 bucks for that thing, and that was hard for me to do. So, but at least Eno 64 is a little more popular than I think CM and Time model. But anyways, maybe Mini GT will eventually release the Aventador with this paint scheme, because it is a pretty sweet paint scheme. And it also fit the bill for today, the red, white, and blue with the red wheels. Looks really cool. So, that's it, guys. That is, I think, 28 total cars for today's red, white, and blue tribute. So I want to wish you guys all a happy and safe 4th of July, because, well, it's still just the 2nd here. So anyways, take care, guys. Be safe this weekend. And I left an icon here for another video that we did, another video showcase. I'm sure if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy that one too. The icon on the right here is for you to subscribe. So if you have not done so yet, please remember to do that. Please give me a thumbs up. Please share the video. And I will see you guys in the middle of next week. We do have some cool Hot Wheels premium stuff. We have the newer F&F set that we're going to be unboxing. So be sure to tune in for that. And then have a great weekend and a great start to your week. Thanks for watching, guys.